It's one of the best ways to cook in the summer. I love it, and it's very easy to use, and our friends at Lighthouse Pools and Spas are going to show us how simple it is to get started. Well, we're out here at Lighthouse Pools and Spas once again with Mike, who is the Big Green Egg Man. Is that a good title?
That's a good title.
And you know, we've been talking to people about Big Green Egg for a long time, talking about how the food is better, tastes better, right?
Exactly.
I mean, it's almost hard to explain why. And some people say it's because of the green egg. Some people say it's because of the lump coal we use. But
exactly.
It's sort of a combination of it.
It is, absolutely.
Yeah, so, okay, lump coal. So what does lump charcoal mean?
Basically, this is used from hardwood. So instead of the briquettes that everybody's used to that disappear after you light it up and everything, this is actually a hardwood that they use, almost kind of similar to what's left from a campfire. And that stuff burns hotter, longer, and it has less ash. Plus, it also lasts longer, so you can actually snuff out the fire and use it next time. Yeah,
you can use this over and over again, which is really great because you don't need a whole bunch of charcoal if you're only going to cook like one steak, one porterhouse steak.
That's right.
What do you think of that? You think that steak's tough?
Yeah, that's a little tough.
This steak was not made on a Big Green Egg. Let me hand that off camera. There we go. And we come over to the Big Green Egg, and lighting is another thing. So you go to all the trouble to get the great charcoal. You don't want to put chemicals on there to light it.
No chemicals. You don't want to impart anything into the ceramics itself.
Okay, so how do we light it, and how long does it take to light one of these?
This we're going to light it up with our fire starters, and basically what this is paraffin wax and brown paper bag material.
Where do you stick it in?
So basically what we're going to do is we'll light it up here, and we're just going to stick it down once we get it lit, just in between the charcoal here, and let it do its thing. Okay. So it'll start going, and it'll light up. Takes about 10 to 15 minutes to come up to temperature. So and at that point, you can start cooking.
So it's almost like one of these gas barbecues like I used to use all the time, the propane one. It still took 15, 20, 25 minutes to get that hot.
Exactly.
Because it had no insulating factors and all that sort of thing.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's the small one. Now, here's another way to light one that I think is really sort of ingenious. It requires a little electricity.
Yeah, this is our HL lighter, which is our electric lighter. So what you can see in here, this actually turns burning, hot red.
Yeah.
And it'll light the charcoal up. It takes about 5 minutes to get the charcoal lit. And at that point, you're ready to go.
It's another way that's chemical free.
Exactly.
And it's really good. Okay, so if you're using the paper one, or this one, it takes how long?
This takes about 5 to 7 minutes to light up the charcoal and get it warm.
So it gives you time to squeeze in a game of, what's this called here?
This would be, beanbag toss or cornhole, however you want to say it.
That's pretty good, the Big Green Egg one.
Yeah.
Big Green Egg guys too, it's almost like a cult. What do they call them, eggheads?
Eggheads.
They call them eggheads. I mean, everything is about the Big Green Egg once you get into this thing. And I gotta say, the food has a lot to do with it, I mean, the way it tastes, but it's also sort of just the way you cook is a whole fun thing to do too.
It is exactly.
Okay, so now we're up to the large. These are all the different sizes.
Yes.
Lighthouse Pools and Spas has all these different sizes and different packages.
Correct.
But this is the way to light it if you're a wild man in a big hurry.
We're gonna add some charcoal. And the question we always get asked about how much charcoal you put in there depends on how long you're cooking. I always put it up above the firebox, and then I'm pretty much ready to go. So what I want to do here is let's plug this in. This is our new lighter. This is called the Igniter.
The Igniter.
So basically, you hold it about an inch from a piece of charcoal, and as you crank it up here, it superheats the air and also has a fan effect where it actually blows and stokes the fire at the same time.
Okay, so that's going to take about a minute, huh?
Takes about a minute.
Talk about the charcoal a little bit too. The fact that you can use this for a long time or over and over again. I put about that much charcoal in my Big Green Egg. I put a pork shoulder in there. I adjusted it to go 220, and you know what? It stayed 220 for 12 hours. I never added any more charcoal.
It will. Because of the insulative factors of the ceramics, it'll basically hold that for a long time.
Just holds a nice little draft going on. And the other thing that was interesting about that too is when I lit that fire, I thought maybe it'd be almost out. When I was done after 12 hours, it only burned the center out of my charcoal, so I could close all my vents, take the meat off. The charcoal was still good in there. I just mixed the charcoal up again for the next fire, and boom, I had the fire all over again without adding more charcoal.
That's right, that's right.
And if you want to see Mike's stuff, the Big Green Egg stuff, head out to Lighthouse Pools and Spas. They've got all the different stuff. They've got stuff that they can order for you online, and of course everything you need for the basics just to get it started, even the cornhole game.
Exactly.
Thank you.
You're welcome, thank you.
You are the Eggman, and you are on fire. Pools and Spas have locations throughout Northeast Ohio. For the location nearest you, just visit their website. They've got all the good Green Egg stuff.